If you ever scrape data from LinkedIn, Apollo, Clay, or any other platform, you've probably seen something like this where you say have thousands of rows, dozens of unnecessary columns, duplicate contacts, wrong job titles, or companies that might not match your ICP. And then someone has to spend say hours cleaning it manually before your sales team can even start with the outreach. So the question over here is, what if we could automate the entire cleaning process for you? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build a Claude skill that we have also built that automatically cleans raw lead lists, filters them based on your ICP, removes duplicates, standardizes that data, and gives you an outreach ready Excel file. So let's quickly get started to this. So let's say, for example, what I've done is I have scraped the data using PhantomBuster where I have this 783 or 781 data that is there. And that data once scraped looks something like this, wherein I have so many columns right here that it becomes difficult for me also to navigate through it. Now, all I want is very simple data set which includes say the company name, industry, location, website, the contact person's name, their designation, their LinkedIn profile, and their email ID. These are the only columns that I need. Now, let us first understand if I just want to get that as an output, a clean Excel file or a CSV file with only that data, then how would I go about it? One, very simply, when we talk about the data cleaning process and if we have certain data like this, the first thing that we do is that we remove the irrelevant columns. Next, we use say Excel filters to then filter based on just those industries, those company sizes and those location that we want to target. Once that filtration is done, then what we do is we manually check every single designation to find out which are those designations that are relevant to us. Now, when this is done manually, it's going to take hours of our time to get it done. So what we have done is we have built a complete Claude skill around this. So I'll quickly show you how we have built this. Very first thing that we have gone is we have gone to the customize section of Claude and we have added a skill that we have created with Claude itself. As first steps, what we give it as an input is a sample data file and we give it certain steps that okay, we want the data cleaning agent to follow these things. Very first step, that whenever this data cleaning agent runs, the first thing it should ask for is the CSV data file, that's a raw data file. Next up, it should ask what is the ICP parameter on which the cleaning needs to be done. So say for example, if I'm targeting 51 to 200 size companies that are in the IT or computer solution space, and at the same time they are present in United States, then these become my parameters. So this I'm giving as an input on which the cleaning needs to be done. Now you might also have this question right here that okay, why am I using Claude instead of say having a person do it manually? The reason is that say if I'm giving an ICP parameter that okay, I'm looking at SaaS companies or I'm looking at D2C companies, then Claude being an AI agent is able to smartly connect SaaS or D2C with the relevant industry classifications that are done by LinkedIn. For example, if it is SaaS, then it will directly take software development as one of those examples or the most connected industry to that particular segment. If it's D2C, then it will go for retail. So that is the sort of classification that an AI agent is able to do. Hence, we are building it on this. And at the same time, the time it takes to execute is also much quicker. Next step, say for example, what we have told is that as the first step of the cleaning, what it should do is what we were actually doing manually, that is removing irrelevant columns. So we need to understand one thing over here is that every step that we ask the agent to do is something that we are doing it manually. We just want the AI agent to replicate it and do it at scale and much quicker. Next, we asked it that okay, once that say like irrelevant column removal is done, you clean it based on the ICP parameters that are shared, and the final output should be a clean data file. Now, based on this, what Claude asked me was certain question that okay, in terms of the ICP matching, should it be say exact matches, or should I have say a certain fuzzy or semantic match also? Because what happens is that one classic example over here is, apart from what they have shown, is that when say for example there is a job title, like there is say founder, okay, if I put the ICP parameters that I'm looking for only founder profiles, what it's going to do if it's an exact match is it's going to disregard co-founder or founder and CEO. So I don't want that to happen because again those two are also my audience. So it sort of does a similar match over here. Then is in terms of say it's asking me that okay, what should we do with the data that has say missing data? So many a times what happens is when you don't give any specific instruction to the AI about missing data, it completely deletes that data. In our case, we would want to say enrich the missing details using a tool. So we will say that you keep them separate in a rejected file. Next up, Further, it does more scoping to understand exactly what the cleaning requires. Like for example, in terms of say company size, would it be a range or would it be an exact count on which the cleaning needs to be done? So in our case, it will be the range because we are following LinkedIn's filters, company size filters. Next up, it's asking that okay, do we need to remove duplicates as well? And if there is duplicate removal, then on what basis should I do? So obviously for us, the most unique thing over here in the data set, it's going to be the person's LinkedIn profile URL. So that is exactly what we are going to do. Finally, once all of this is done, what it's giving me is a test file. So it has run certain test use cases over here to see whether it is cleaning on point or not. So this is say the first output that I'm getting, which has the cleaned and the rejected data. Now, if you see over here, this data is good that it has given me the clean data separately and the rejected data separately, but it's still not formatted correctly, or it's not say visually that appealing that I can just say give this to the sales team and they can directly start with the outreach. So then what I have done is I have further given it instructions that if it can do the formatting as well. Now based on that, it give me again a formatted file with the updated skill file. Now again, if you see, the formatting is good enough, but the sequencing of the rows is not, or the columns is not correct. So further, what I did is I wanted to add two more things. One, that I set the order of columns, and second, I wanted to standardize the locations as well. Now, for example, say instead of having the city, country, or city, state, country, that sort of a format, what I wanted was just the cities over here. So then what I did is I asked it to standardize based on this. Now this level of standardization you can also do for your industry, you can also do for your designations. It's completely up to you as to how or what level of cleaning do you want the agent to do. Now finally after this, I know that my level of cleaning that is required for my organization is complete. So then I see what is the final output. So this is how the final output looks like, where I have the complete clean data and I have the rejected data with the comments as to why the AI agent has rejected it. Now, if you see majority of the cases that are there, if there is mismatch, then it's clearly highlighting that. And if it is missing, then also it is clearly highlighting it. Now let's quickly have a look. So we know that we have received the output that we are looking for. There is nothing that we would want to change at this point. Obviously, as and when things keep on moving forward and we see that, okay, now I need this level of cleaning as well, then we can ask that AI agent to incorporate those parameters. But in the meantime, let's quickly look at how the skill file is created. So again, as you can see, what it has done is, as per the steps that I had given, it has created an entire workflow. That's step 1, getting the input file, step 2, getting the input parameters, that's ICP parameters, and then building that entire, ICP specification so that they can run the Python script on. So they are using Python in the backend over here to do the cleaning. And as step 4, what it's doing is delivering me the exact output that I'm looking for with the formatting and the standardization done. So this is how it works. And now why are we actually highlighting this particular use case today on how to build data cleaning using Claude is because the biggest bottleneck that we have seen in GTM engineering is that people don't automate these smaller things, right? And GTM engineering isn't say about collecting data, it's more about say preparing that data for campaigns. Eventually what also happens is that sales team spends say hours cleaning these spreadsheets and then having those right data sets in place, and that's exactly what we want to solve using this. So this was about how we build a complete data cleaning skill using Claude. And if you're interested in learning how we build Claude skills for other such use cases, then do subscribe to our channel. We regularly share these practical tutorials on our channel. That's 3 videos a week. And if you found this interesting, please do like the video as well. And thank you so much for watching this. See you in the next one.